They might call that the Rough Rider thing. I just looked at that, and the first thing I thought of wasn't Rough Rider. My first thought of is one of Rick Huseman's first pro legs.
I was going to say, like Huseman, and then...
Yeah. So mad props to Madigan for that, pulling that one out. He's probably going with the Rough Riders, which was very cool, too.
Yep. May have heard those Ford guys. Oh, the breeze up here, Scott. I can't even describe it to the people at home how good it feels. It's a little warm on the podium down there on that block.
I told you were going to sweat.
I wasn't sweating. I was glistening.
Oh, please. God, guys don't glisten, man.
I do. I sparkle.
Yeah. You know,
I can already hear people working on their vehicles. I hear grinders in the background. Somebody's fixing something.
That or we're in the dentist office.
Yeah.
Or you're getting your toenails done.
I don't know. I don't have that done. Need a diamond bit? I want to see the Toyota catch some air.
So it looks like Lars Lear didn't make the call, so we only have 5 trucks out there.
Well, that sucks. You're right.
So once again, I want to welcome everybody that's watching us back at home or wherever you may be tuned in at. This is the round number 2 of the 2023 Great American Short Course Series. Coming to you from Glen Helen Raceway, just outside of San Bernardino, California, at the base of
San Bernardino?
Big Bear.
San Bernardino Mountains.
Big Bear.
Big
I
Bear.
like Big Bear sounds better.
Big Bear over there.
Yeah, Big Bear. We're at the base of Big Bear.
Yeah.
If I can see it, we're at the base of it. Shut up.
True. Still a lot of snow up there, dude.
Coming to green flag. Here's out. And we're underway into turn 1. Nice little jump by Brent Veenstra.
Veenstra, yep, looking good out there. How about Anthony Chuzzi? I'm liking Chuzzi with that La Bufadora on the side of the vehicle.
I don't know what they were talking about, but boy, they were deep in conversation about an hour and a half ago.
It was taco recipes.
So if I win, I get an extra burrito, right?
I want more peppers and I want potato taco.
I got to throw kudos out to Anthony, though. The effort he put into getting new door panels and a new paint job from last year, did a hell of a body man.
Will they bring a sledgehammer out in a Krylon can?
Yeah. Rattle can it. Yeah. Oh, man, here he comes to the outside.
Juicy. I think
did he miss a shift or something?
That's what I was just going to say. Thank you. I couldn't get the word out. He forgot to shift or missed a shift.
Well, you can hear the Choosies are in town.
Yes. Robert Orr doing a good job in that third position. Then go back to Bill Madigan. Justin Miller, the 99. So it's really cool to see the 98 and the 99. 98, they didn't make it. But Miller, I think it was one of the Wardrop vehicles. It's great to see someone buy it. They come out and race in it. Fun little class to race. You can basically go to the junkyard and get parts of these things constantly, based on a stock mid-size truck.
Somebody in the Choosy camp down there sounds like a little turbo. You hear that buzzing sound.
How'd that go again?
The first half or second half?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. My ears are still ringing from it. But definitely a spirited group, the Choosies.
Oh, man, yeah.
So, Scott, we are live in Rush at the Kentucky Rush going on right now, Ultra 4 USA. And I just want to say hello to all the folks out there, Pam and, of course, Miles Silquist out there calling all the action.
You know, here's the deal about Miles. he may be calling the race, but he's not really calling the race until I see some mud in his hands. Because it is, from what I hear, it's muddier than heck out there at Rush right now. But thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We've got a beautiful day going on. I want to say very low 80s, maybe high 70s, a beautiful breeze. We've got the green mountains behind us of Glen Helen, the racetrack, and in the foreground we've got the snow-capped mountains, and just fantastic weather. And we're only halfway through the day of racing.
Yeah, it's definitely a gorgeous day out here. We got the mini stocks out of the track, and if you folks are watching this out there and at home, this is basically one of our build-it-yourself,
do-it-yourself
grassroots.
You can see a great aerial shot of our top three right now. This is a nice little battle going on right now, Dave.
Yes, it is. It's definitely a great one there. And we just had a driver's license brought up to us, and we'll get that person here in a little bit.
You know, we kind of mentioned just a moment ago that all the effort that our leader put into his body work and his paint job. But as defending class champion, look how nice and clean and straight and perfect that number 1 plate is.
It is. That's about the only thing that's straight and perfect and clean on that truck. It shows that it's a used race car, and that's what I like about it, too. But I'm pretty impressed right now with Brent Veenstra, the work that they've done into his old machine, and like how you talked about it being like almost like the Rough Riders, but you brought up a little homage to Hughesman's, and that's what I like to think of it too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really great. Jeff and him and his brother Ricky were just awesome guys. Unfortunately, we did lose them in an airplane accident, but
can you believe
great
it's
people.
11 years
11
ago
years now, yeah.
Wow. But still a nice battle going on between our top three, man. You know, we're just coming up to the competition yell in just a moment, but do you think that Anthony's just going as fast as he needs to at this point? He's not pushing anything?
I think he's going as fast as that truck's going to go right now, because he is pulling a little bit away from him, but they're not gating on him at this point. But Veenstra could be very quick there, as well as Robert Orr. Orr knows how to win a race, that's for sure. We've seen him on the top, but it's been Anthony Chuzzi's year for 2022. 2023, he's trying to start on the same path as he finished on that high note with a championship from last year.
Well, here's the thing. The whole family's involved in this program.
Yes.
Wife, the kids are all part of it. You know, they're all there. And the neatest part about this is when Anthony's old and sitting in a wheelchair or on a rocker out in the front porch, his kids will remember weekends like this.
Well, it's going to be a lot of years for his kid to remember, because it was, I think, just fresh out of the oven from last year.
Well,
yeah. So he's got. I know he's a young guy. He's got a long career. So, like you said, 40, 50 years from now, you can look back on this and the time that he spent with his family, and that's what a lot of our racing, whether it's Ultra 4, whether it's Great American Short Course, Mid America Outdoors, all under the AOE family. This is a family sport, and that's what we really try to push. Is how we like to have everybody in the families work together. And we see the effort that it goes into it.
You know, Dave, right now, just a moment ago, we had our top three trucks right in front of us under the parade lap, under the competition yellow. And that number 1 plate sure sticks out to the rest of that truck.
Yes, it does.
Straight, clean, brand new, no mud, not a dent in it.
I saw him with
scratch.
the wax earlier. He was buffing that thing out. He had the big buffer out.
Just the number plate, though.
Just the number plate. They were throwing dirt on the side of the truck, but buffing the number plate.
Well, I don't know if Sean Painter's out here yet or not, but he just chimed in and goes, I had to get a part at a local Pick Your Part next to Glen Helen one race.
Yes, he did. I remember that.
Yeah. But once again, our top 5, Justin Miller's in that 5th spot. Bill Madigan is running 4th. Robert Orr's 3rd. Brent Veenstra. That actually is a pretty good tongue twister. Brent Veenstra in 2nd. And Anthony Chuzzi's had the lead from, I want to say, lap and a half, 2 laps in. He's had the lead.
All right, Scott, I want you to say Chuzzi, Veenstra, and Orr 3 times in concession.
I don't know if I can do it once.
Well, they're going to come back down. It looks like that beautiful Toyota from Toyota Redlands pull off the track here. The green flag is getting ready to come out here, and Optima Battery says, green, green, green. I love that shot from our drone pilots up above. And
man, a little action going on up front. Tried to cut down inside. Basically, it scrubbed off a little bit too much speed, but It's still happening for second and third.
Veenstra definitely making a choice on Choosy to back off and not get into him there. Rob Orr, though, right up on the bumper of Veenstra.
Well, these things are limited horsepower. You're not going to drag race up onto the back bumper of your guy into the next corner. So you almost have to plan a pass like right about now. 3-4 turns, maybe a full lap before you get to that spot. And they're still side by side coming to that final turn. There'll be 3 laps remaining this time by. Watch that outside entrance. Inside exit move. Can't make it stick, scrubbed off a little bit too much. But Robert Orr is still on it for that second spot.
Definitely a great truck.
Whoa, trying that inside line.
Oh, man. Talk about Orr making a good move, getting by Veenstra. Of course, that's the 70 Scott Johnson's old truck there. So I've seen these trucks be recycled through several drivers.
Telling you, Robert Orr is figuring it out right now. There'll be 2 laps remaining this time by. 2 laps remaining. Still time, but it is still on the edge of running out.
Orr's trying to get a big run here.
Yeah, I'm calling turn 2.
Turn 2, he's setting him up here, carrying a lot of speed there.
Yep, that he did.
And look, he's going to try and duck to the inside, but you want to go a little outside.
Which he did.
And
oh, making a little bit of contact.
There it is.
Little
there
bit.
It is. Come on, get that nose in there. And there's the contact to the inside
Yep.
line. And a little shove there. It kind of threw Choosy off.
It almost looked like it popped out of gear maybe. That little bit of a touch popped out of gear, stalled him enough, and now it's about a 4-car length gap back to second. Choosy, now we're going to find out exactly why you've earned that number 1 plate. Can he come back? And he over-rotates, scrubs off a little bit of speed in that turn, so he loses a little bit more to our leader, Robert Orr. And now it's about an 8 truck length gap back to second.
Well, the white flag's going to come out. 1 lap to go for Robert Orr, Anthony Choosy, and Brent Veenstra. Bill Madigan back there in the 57. And bringing up the rear there, Justin Miller in the 99. One of our new drivers in the 99. And just starting to figure it out. But who's figured it out? Orr.
Well, don't count out Choosy right now because he made up a lot of ground in just that 1 turn. Still about a 6-car length back to second. But as soon as I say that now, oh, man, I unless something catastrophic. And again, it looks like I'm going to throw it out there that Choosy's having some sort of mechanical issues for a second there down that straightaway going into the contact. Yeah, I think that thing's popping out of gear. Something's going on.
Yeah, because Veenstra's right up back on his bumper, but Robert Orr not having any issues. Rotates on the last turn. He's going to come down. He's going to see that checkered flag out.
Yeah, Choosy might have issues trying to hang on to second spot to drag race down the front straightaway as Robert Orr takes the win. Choosy will hang on for second. Very close. Third place goes to Brent Veenstra. But I gotta think that there's something going on with that truck of Choosy.
I kind of agree. He did kind of slow down there. Looks like Madigan. Bill Madigan's going to come by and finish it up.
He'll come across in 4th. Justin Miller will come across then in that 5th spot. As we'll send Dave Miller down trackside to the podium for a quick word with our top 3 finishers in the mini stock division. There's a recap of our finishers for all our fans back at home. Justin Miller will come around in that 5th spot. Bill Madigan will finish 4th. Brent Veenstra, very close 3rd. Anthony Choosy able to hang on, which I think is an injured truck. He'll finish in 2nd. And Robert Orr, a very skillful race. Took the lead with like a lap and a half to go, and he'll finish in the top spot in the podium. Robert Orr in the number 15.
Good job. That was a great pass. I told him inside, and I think he pushed out a little bit, and Rob took that inside right when he needed to. That was good. I am running the lap later today. I'm in the UTV.
The fans back at home, you can see an aerial shot of our top 3 finishers making their way towards that podium. A little bit of an outside the fence cool down lap. Mr. Dave Arnold, is that a little jug of chocolate milk I'm seeing being placed up there?
Oh, yeah. You always love the Dion chocolate milk.
Well, Dave, let's address that because it's become a tradition, and I wasn't here when this was instituted. What's the story behind chocolate milk up on the top spot of the podium?
Well, when we used to race at Lake Elsinore, it was May. The Indy 500 were running, and Lee basically said, you know what, Indy's got regular milk. We got the young chocolate milk, which is the best around in Lake Elsinore. So, chocolate milk was instituted, and ever since then, we've had it all happen there. Started all in Lake Elsinore, so that's where the dairy there. They have one of the best dairies around, I'll tell you that. Hopefully they give us some for free for the plug.
It was a Lee perfect thing.
It was.
It was his excuse.
It was perfect timing.
He used the chocolate milk for himself. He used the excuse of a podium chocolate milk so he could get some for himself.
That's right.
All right, I could with that. Well, let's get our top 3 finishers up to the podium. And Dave Arnold, this could be, I'm really interested to hear what Anthony has to say about that truck of his.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to see what was going on there. Know there were some issues. John Robb. Number 3, there you go. You fought back there. We definitely couldn't miss the paint job. Looks good. We like it. And, of course, Anthony with a great job. All right, well, we're going to start off here for, we got 2 and 3. We got K&N here, $100 fee, right? So, Brent Veenstra, man, you're back there kind of watching the battle unfold, and all of a sudden we saw Rob go in the front, and then you and Anthony were standing the battle all the way to the end.
Well, yeah, I seen at the caution Anthony's dumping gear oil, so I was like, all right, I'm going to pass him easy. Then out of nowhere, Rob got here. I was like, what the heck's going on right now? Like, he just walked past us. Rob's fast right now.
Well, it was definitely a good race, and one of the most exciting races we had you guys live were in Kentucky on the Jumbotron at the Ultra 4 races. So you got a little famous on that one.
Nice. That's cool. That's always nice to hear.
Well, I know you got some people to thank.
I just want to thank all my friends and family for coming out here. It's my daughter Emmy's birthday and Booker's birthday. Was the other day. Happy birthday. I got 3rd. Yeah, that's about it. All my friends and family.
Give it up for Brent Veenstra, everybody, with a great job there. Great to see him out here. Anthony Chusey with the number 1 on it. He's get the K&N $100 gift certificate. And Anthony, we were talking about this, saying, we figured you might shine it up, do a new paint job. But the shiniest thing on there, you made sure was the number 1, and you stayed clean because you're out front. But look how shiny and clean that number 1 plate is.
That number 1 right now is a little bit of a kiss of death. Still haven't pulled a first this year, so here's to tomorrow. But they called it out. I'm having
a little bit of mechanical issues here and there, throwing me out of gear, and the gear oil, I definitely felt that, and something isn't quite in harmonics in the back. I feel it when I land, but that's neither here nor there. That's all about the work we're going to put in after this. I got to give a shout out to my wife, my father, Oliver, Austin for helping me out, Danny for helping me out, the Veenstra fam, they're right next to us in the pit, so we're hanging out, talking. Rob Orr always to go back and forth on what gearing we're going to run this track, and I think he found the right one after he passed me, right? But yeah, no, it's going to be an interesting season. Definitely feel like I have a target on my back, so I have to step it up on the course and off the course. So here's to tomorrow. Let's bring it home.
Good job, good effort, Anthony Choosey, everybody, and kind of moving on over here. And then Rob, like you said, we're watching these two battle out front. You're kind of back there, and all of a sudden we looked up and went, where'd Rob get out front from? How did you do that so quick? Kind of a little sneaky move. Kind of worked.
Yeah, I was just kind of hoping they'd take each other out, and it may be easier, but they didn't, so I had to work for it. So, I'm glad to be up here. It's not easy. It could be any one of us. It worked out for me today, so if I can hopefully remember tomorrow what I did today, we'll be all right.
Did you know there was a little problem when you smell a little gear oil? Because I could smell it here. Smell something was going on. And I know, like you said, he popped out of the gear. Did you see something there and know that Brent was behind him, so you saw that opening?
I was more thinking the track was starting to get slick as we went. So I started to see the tails move back and forth a little more. So I just tried to time it where I could get a run and they could get a little tail movement and I could get by.
You had the traction.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I know you got some people to thank, my friend.
Yeah, I'd like to thank ZLT, Action Sports Canopies, General Tire, Rugged Radios, Parker Pumper, Gas, and everybody all the volunteers that helped this happen. Jeff Orr Designs for building a great truck, Coast Appliance, my parents, my wife, who's always behind the scenes making sure I don't forget everything I would have forgot. So that's about it. We'll see how we do tomorrow.
All right, one more real quick.
La Bufadora in the house. Where are you guys? Up here somewhere. Anyways, La Bufadora, guys, the best tacos you can get here in Southern California and anywhere, guys. Please stop by and get some food from them. And they've been nothing but a blessing to a lot of the teams. And so thank you to La Bufadora and Poppy and Lee and everyone else involved. Thank you.
I got to argue they're probably better than some of the tacos I've had in Mexico, too, man. The Bufadora rocks. I'm also seeing a little theme here. General Tire, General Tire, General Tire. Seems to work for these mini stocks pretty good. Good DOT tire, and that's one thing they got to do is they got to run a DOT tire, so that's great. So, Scott, we got lots more racing to go.
Yeah, we're nowhere near done yet, but congratulations to our top three finishers in the mini stock division. Taking a quick breather, some track work was going on. The grader's still out there just outside of turn one. You can see for our fans back at home, that's our finishing order. Robert Orr in that third spot, Anthony Choosey in that second spot, Brent Veenstra. That's our points. Very, very tight. 53 points for third to 60 the top spot. And this is after 2 rounds of racing. So tomorrow will be round number 3. We'll find out what the points stack up then as we get for our next race. We'll be out here in just a second.
I told Steven, I said, hey,
in fact, let's see. I thought I heard some movement back there in staging. But the water truck just pulls off the track. I can see our Toyota Pace truck, courtesy of Toyota Redlands, getting ready to go.
my face.
The pin in the middle of the before the race started, I joked about making it.
Still no movement from our pace truck. I thought we'd seen one in just a second. Limited buggy, 1600 buggy coming up next. While you're at home or wherever you might be watching us, there's all the social medias. Tag us at Great American Short Course, at Great American Short Course on Instagram or on YouTube. But I only see them on Facebook because that's all I do. That would be great. Kind of cool to see. But tag us from wherever, whatever you're doing, whatever you're watching, whoever you're with. Take a picture and tag us at Great American Short Course on your social media of choice, and here come the cars. Limited buggy, which will be the short course cars, and 1600 buggy, which will be the desert cars. We're going to combine race of both buggy classes, and I think we traditionally have only had one, maybe two desert cars come out here and join us for racing. So we have 8 cars coming here trackside, and it looks like, yes, we only have one desert car, but Kevin Streety is here round after round after round, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Here's our lineup